the following is fucking true, but someone is hella wasted, and you gotta respect that shit. Let's get on. Let's come on. This is Harvest Moon, fuckers. Let's do this shit. This game starts with you getting on a fucking truck. Like, not inside this truck, you're on the back of a motherfucker's truck, and you're with a goddamn fairy, and he's like, man, shit's whack, yo. What's your favorite cheese? He literally asks you what you want for breakfast, and there's like, I like cheese omelets. That's all I remember. That's all I fucking remember. He asks you like what time your birthday is, and you're like, oh, it's in the fall, summer, winter, or whatever. And motherfucker, don't pick like winter, because mine is actually in winter, and it's like, you don't get your shit till the end of the goddamn year. That shit sucks. Anyways, when you arrive in town, you arrive at your shitty ass little farm, and it's like a little like shack that you have to fix up. And then the mayor's like, oh shit, our town's going to shit. Fuck. And you're like, okay, I'll fix it by making turnips. And then, you know, you get a barn, you get a chicken coop, which I personally never fixed. And then you get a barn, which is like whatever. So you gotta fix this goddamn bridge, and it's fucking stupid. It takes like half the goddamn time. So to fix the bridge, you gotta give this one kid who looks like an infant, but he's actually an adult too. You gotta give him milk and some shit. He's like, oh, I'm starving. And I'm like, bitch, that's not my fault. Like, you should have packed a lunch, but I guess I'll give you a lunch. But you give him milk, and he's like, yeah, I can fix this bridge now. Yeah. So you go into the mining town. I just won't call it the mining town, because I played the game for so long, and I still don't know its goddamn name. Or maybe I'm just like, and you meet like some of the people, and then you go try and see the harvest goddess, and then the animals are like, nah, fuck you. To pass the animals, you have to gain a whistle, and the whistle is actually one of the main points of the game, because the game is Harvest Moon Animal Parade. So the whistle helps you tame wild animals to like come and hang out with you and shit. And you can like keep them as pets and whatnot, and the bigger your house is, the bigger you get them, whatever. And so I got a squirrel, and I named it Nutmeg. That's not important. But so you can train animals to do your bidding, like fucking God's army, but Satan's like cavalry. So you calm them down by blowing this whistle, and they clear your path. So the main point is you're supposed to help fix this town, not town, but island, because the harvest goddess is like, this fucking island is dying. You need to save the fucking elements, like animals and fish and grazing and shit. And you're like, well, you know, you should have fixed this in the first place, because it's your goddamn island and you're a god. Like, you have the elemental capabilities of the universe. Why the fuck can't you finish this yourself? And you're like, whatever, it's cool, it's whatever, I'll just do it. You gotta ring all the bells, which there's an elf or like a fucking fairy to each bell. There's like a red, yellow, blue, purple, and I think green bell. Yeah, fuck yeah. The blue one is like water, and then the yellow is like the fucking nature, like the farm, like you go, like your turnips and shit, because, you know, turnips are important. It's the most important thing. The red one, which I think is the fucking like mining one, because, you know, whatever, fire and shit. And then there's the green one, which is just like, you know, like more goddamn farming and whatnot. And the purple one, which is the one that's like, oh, you gotta have all the love for all the people in your community. Oh, God. So every time you ring a bell, everything gets better. Like mining, bam, you get to do like bunches of jewelries and shit. Fishing, bam, all the fish get much better. Instead of like little sardines, you get like big old bass. Get bass for miles. I'm gonna throw up, probably.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
God, oh God. Yeah, it's time. To get the red bell, you gotta get it out from someplace because they're like, oh, my chimney's not working. And I'm like, well, that's probably not it. So then you're like, get the fuck out there. And it's Alan, and he's like, hey, come save me. And then he's like, well, just not finding it's gonna do enough. You gotta do all this other shit. It's like, you found me, but I require more things. But once you get all that shit, and you get to the like center of this like fucking area, you can go ring the bell, and Alan's like, oh yeah, this is great. I'll lay down a little bit. Is this okay? Does this look okay? So you find the yellow bell buried in some beach somewhere, and it's like, oh hey, here I am. I don't know. And then they're like, hey, come bring me some fucking shit. I'm pretty sure she asks for carrots. Ruth does. That's like the main lady. She looks very sad because her husband looks like an alcoholic. And so you have to give them vegetables because they're not capable of growing good ass vegetables themselves. So it's like, alright, neat. And then the bell will ring for you. So you got to find the blue bell, you actually got to do a lot of random shit. You're like, oh hey, I found the bell. And then the like little fairy whose name is like Ben or some shit, it's like, shit, I don't know how to ring this shit. And you're like, bitch, what the fuck? This is your only job. You had one job, you fuck. So you gotta give him like eggs and plants, and he's like very fucking needy. And it all just goes in a very specific way to where he can like relearn his song or some shit. I think he's just like, oh, I don't remember how to do this. And then it reminds him how to like do it. So you give him all these like random things that like do a specific like order. You gotta like do something to a roof and an egg, and it's like, an egg would fucking just die and eat shit on this roof. I don't know why you think it's gonna work, but whatever, it does. Because it's whatever, it's fine. It's anime. It's anime. To get the green bell, you go to the ranch so you can unlock the forest. And then in the forest, you gotta talk to the witch. There's this little frog, and it's like ribbit, and you're like, bitch, what the fuck? Because it's like understanding of you in some kind of ways. So when you talk to the witch, you talk to the wizard, and then you like tell the wizard, he's like, yeah, that's the witch. I turned that bitch into a frog, I'm pretty sure. And then he's like, you gotta find all this bullshit. So it's like, once you like, you don't get all the ingredients to the wizard, it's like, rad, cool. And then once you turn the witch back into a person, then you can ring the green bell for some reason. It just works out that way. There is one more bell. It is my most dreaded bell. It is the purple bell. To ring the purple bell, you have to have 8+ hearts with some odds. I think it's 10. So, because people like care about you. This bell is like, oh man, it's full of the hopes and dreams of the people. Because, you know, that's anime and shit. And animes are like, rely on the spirit of the community. And everyone's been real sad because all their shit's fucked because they didn't give a damn about taking care of it. And they're like, oh shit. So you get to know people, and they're like, oh hey, let's like hang out, let's fuck. And so the more you get to know them, the more they feel like they want things. So then they like fill up their heart gauges, and they're like, I want to make a wish on this shit. Which fills the purple heart with so much love. Because it's a needy bitch. So, personally, I never became a hero because I was like, man, I'm just a simple farm girl from a simple farm thing. To become a hero, you gotta do all this like planting and like, you gotta really know your farm. You gotta have the perfect livestock. You gotta have the perfect chickens. You gotta have the perfect like base for your farm, so you can get all this shit done with literally in a month, or it's like null and void. Like you just fucked up. You're done. It's game over. Go start a new file. Fuck you. Or you can go to the Harvest King right off the bat and fix all this shit by being like, hey, I did all this. Go do your goddamn job now because I did all this shit for you, you piece of fuck. So he's like, alright, cool, I'll fix the harvest tree. So you gotta climb all the way up the mining thing, which is like fucking forever. It takes so long. And then once you can only summon him at a specific time of day. So if you're not there during this time of day, then it's whatever, it's game over. Like you don't get to do it that time. So if you finish everything, you do all the bells, you do all the things, then he's like, rad, I'll fix the tree I should have fixed in the first place. Because that's how this economy works. You can date so many people. Now you see, this game sucks in the sense of if you're a girl, you can only marry the dudes. If you're a guy, you can only marry the girls. Oh, this isn't the page. So the girls are Phoebe, Selena. Oh god. There's a lolly chick, and her sister's really boring. Anissa, who has a mole on her face. There's a blonde girl that works at the bar. She's really hot. There's also another lolly girl. Her name is Maya. She's kind of annoying. She looks like a toddler, and I'm like, not that into you. It's whatever. You do you. There's also the witch. You can marry the witch, who is really precious after she's not a frog. There's a goddamn farmer girl who is super boring, who I could barely remember. Her name is Renee or some shit. You can also marry the harvest goddess. So the men, there's a cowboy. He marries the bar girl. No, that's not it. He marries the fucking fossil? Fossil? Oh god. I felt like I was falling. There's a dude whose name is Julian who runs the fucking jewelry shit. Chase, who is a chef, and he's very like, oh god, I can speak 10 years about him. And then there's Owen, who is my other main bitch, and Luke, who is a carpenter, and then Gil, who is the mayor's son, and he looks also like a lolly, but you know, whatever, let's just deal with that. And Toby, who is a fisherman. That's a fisherman. And then there's also the wizard, who is a cute-ass motherfucker. Look at him. He's so cute. Oh, the king! You can marry the king, but you also don't get to see him a lot, so it's just like he's there for a moment. And it takes so long to marry him. I did miss one. I missed Jin, who was the doctor, because he was kind of boring.
If you had to give advice to someone playing this game, what's one advice you would give?
The most meaningful advice I can give you is build your relationships at the same time. Don't focus on one person. Just give everyone gifts each day, specifically. They don't like a lot of like fancy shit. They'll tell you what they like, you know, usually, unless they're a very picky bitch. But it's not too hard to find out. Like, so say someone wants, you know, like oranges, give them oranges. So, cause that's the only thing they'll fucking eat. And if someone likes sashimi, you make them sashimi from that tuna you got from the fucking river. Cause no one's gonna give a fuck about that.